Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Francine Honey. Francine, how are you?
I'm awesome, Kayden. How are you doing? Thanks so much for having me on.
It is my pleasure. So why don't you start by letting everyone know a little bit about you?
Well, I am a songwriter and a singer, and I record my songs and put them out there for the world to hear, and hopefully they like what they hear. I used to work for the Canadian federal government. I have my degree in computer science and mathematics, and I've always written songs. And finally, 9 years ago, I quit my job, and I've just been writing and recording and gotten to work with some great people down in Nashville. And I just, some days it's like pinch me. I can't believe this is my life now, because I would have never, ever, ever imagined, you know, back in the day that I'd be doing this now. I would have told you were absolutely crazy. So, yeah, it's kind of, I guess that's kind of who I am in a nutshell.
That is fantastic. So if you could do a duet, collaboration, or anything like that with any singer, who would you choose and why, Francine?
That's a really good question. I love so many different
Hmm.
artists and so much, like, all different styles of music. But if I was going to collaborate with someone, I mean, I love Dolly Parton, Dolly has she's a great songwriter. She's been a huge influence in my music, and I would love to write a song with her someday. That would be super cool, and even do a duet with her, or do a fun girls thing. That would be super cool.
Sure would be, sure would be. So why don't you tell us a little bit about any of your new stuff coming up? Any new singles, projects, anything like that going on?
Well, right now, I mean, summer's just started, right? So right now, I've got this whole Summer of Fun campaign going on, and I realized, well, with it, what we've all been through in the last couple of years, how much I miss just having fun with my friends. So, one big party, which I released May 30th, kind of started out this whole Summer of Fun kind of thing for me. And so I've got this contest going on. I'm releasing a song called Girls Weekend on July 30th. And it's a fun song about, getting together with your girls and doing a girls weekend. And so I'm actually having, normally I do like an official music video, but what I'm going to
Hmm.
do this time is I want all my gal pals out there who are having a girls weekend to send me a video of them having fun with their girlfriends, or just a picture. And then what I'm going to do in the fall, I'm going to actually make the official music video with some of the submissions from the girls. So yeah, so that's something fun that I'm really looking forward to. um, and people can go on my website if they want to know how to submit their girls weekend photos or videos to me. And yeah, I think it would be fun to have real people, other than me, in a music video. you know
Definitely, definitely, for sure.
yeah.
That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool.
And I'm doing a fun thing every week, because
Um,
I can work really, really hard, and I have to remind myself to have fun too.
oh,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so I've started already, and you know what? It's kind of like, it's hard. Well, for me, it's kind of hard to think of, fun things to do. Like, so I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing a fun thing a week. So I'm going to go to an escape room. I'm going to I love, I love driving fast cars. My dad, I grew up at the racetrack. My dad raced
Hmm.
snowmobiles up here in Canada, and then cars in the summertime. And so I actually am going to go to a racetrack here and see how how fast, before
Yeah,
I can really scare myself. So anyhow, so I have fun things planned all summer, and I'm sharing that with people. I'm doing, like I said, a fun thing a week. So I really, I think we all need to have more fun in life. At least for me anyway. I'm way too serious. Need to have more fun.
no, I agree 1000%. I think we get so sucked into our work that
Yeah.
at times it's like oh, well, what's the point of doing this? This was supposed to be a fun thing, and then all of a sudden it turns into like this business aspect, and we're like, oh, well, we gotta probably step away from it and actually get. I understand that completely. I
Yes.
understand.
And so if and it's weird because if I make my mind think it's like I'm doing it as work, because I'm sharing it
Oh
with
yes.
everybody, then it allows me mentally it gives me permission to have some fun. Anyway, I know that sounds really crazy, but I think I have a real problem. I think I'm a workaholic. I have a
Oh, that's
problem
funny.
where I'm making sure I work at having fun this summer. So I'm working at having fun.
Absolutely, and something that you do, you're having fun, but then you're also doing something work related. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like hard to even like bypass it. Even when you're on vacation, like I'm at least checking emails. Something.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Especially when you're on social media like as you are,
Hmm.
right? It's yeah.
For sure, for sure. So, do you have any advice for anybody who might want to start performing, singing, songwriting, but doesn't really know how to get their foot in the door?
Well, I would just say write. Write as many songs as you can, and just write and keep writing and keep writing and keep writing, and hone your craft. Because it is, there is a craft part to the songwriting. I'm a big believer in, you know I'm a lifelong learner. I'll never stop learning. And I think right now there's just so much great information available for free on the internet. If you go onto YouTube, there's a whole bunch of, different people that I follow. When I started, when I quit my job and got into songwriting seriously, I did do the Berkeley School of Music. They have a really good singer-songwriter
Hmm.
program. I did that. But I also, would go to workshops down in Nashville. I'm an Americana artist, right? So um, I went to workshops and I started meeting different people, and you just make connections. And now I've got a group of people that I write with in Nashville. I have a group of people that I write with down in Austin, Texas, and I'm going back down to Austin. I got asked to play at the Buddy Holly Performing Songwriters Festival in August. So I'm going to stay in an extra week and head down to Austin and write with them. So I would just encourage people to write, and just find other people that you can write with, that you can share your songs with, that you can get feedback from. And if you have a goal, or if you have a dream, just just do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because I had a lot of people tell me, oh, I'm a woman in country music, I'm too old, I'm too whatever, and you just have to tell yourself, you know this is something that if you really want it, just don't listen to those people. Put your blinders on and just do it. It takes a lot of courage,
Hmm.
but you can do it if you believe in yourself. And yeah, and that believing in yourself part, that sometimes can be
Hmm.
very challenging. So yeah, but just go for it.
I agree. I agree. I think a lot of people go on there and say, "Oh, well, you're too old," or "Oh, you're too young. You have to be a certain age." I don't believe that at all. I think you can be whatever age and get, what you want to do accomplished.
Yes. And success is different for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people are on the road all the time, and something, I don't want to be on the road all the time. I like doing things online. I'll stream, I do travel. Like I said, I'm going down to Texas, but I don't
Hmm.
I don't want to be, a different venue every night and be on the road for
Hmm.
8 months of the year. I'm a bit of a homebody. I like being home. I like recording. I like being in the studio. I like writing. I like that
Hmm.
kind of thing. But I also love when I do get a chance to play music for people. So I think success is different for everybody, and you have to define what success means for you, and measure yourself on your own bar.
I agree. I agree. So,
Yeah.
what do you like doing outside of music? I know you told us a little bit of your hobbies, but do you have any other hobbies?
Well, I love horseback riding. I love riding. I love swimming. I'm a big swimmer. Like I swim, I try and swim, well, minimum every other day. But if I can get in the pool every day, that's awesome. And I do love fast cars. I'm a bit of a car chick. But yeah, I love nature. I love going hiking. I do a lot of hiking. I have a bike, so I ride my bike
Okay.
around
Mhm.
and stuff. So I like doing that kind of stuff. And I do sea glass. I love the beach, so I'll go collect
Mhm.
sea glass, and then I'll make artwork out of sea
Oh.
glass.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I love gardening, flowers. Aren't you glad you asked me what my hobbies were? I love gardening, flowers. I actually love playing Stardew Valley as well.
What's that?
Stardew Valley, it's a video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a farming game.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like playing Stardew Valley. I don't have time to do a lot of those things because I mean I'm so busy writing.
Mhm.
I love, 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 love. I mean, my passion is songwriting, obviously. So it has to be really good to take me away from writing because I really just I love writing. I love playing around with my guitars and piano, and I love creating, I think,
Mhm.
just being creative.
Definitely, definitely. So, where can people find you on social media if they want to keep up with what you're up to?
Well, my website, francinehoney.com. And I have a very large and active Facebook community. So I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. So I'm Francine Honey Songs on most of those places except Twitter. I'm Honey Music Hive is my handle there. But my website is, you know, I keep my website up to date, so it's a good place to find me.
Wonderful, wonderful. And do you have a message to those who might be watching or listening to this?
Don't ever give up, you know, like live your dreams. And sometimes when you feel like, you know, you're struggling, um, I think that music is a great way for healing. I think it's a great venue um, to bring up and unlock emotions that you have inside your heart that you might not even know you have. So um, I hope that by my sharing my music, people think that feel like they're not alone. That someone else has been through something similar. Um, and I think when you hear that someone else has had a struggle and they've overcome it, then that is encouraging, and that really is the reason why I'm doing music. So that would be my message, that you're not alone, and live your dreams. Someday they come true. So
That is so, 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 so true. You got to think that mentality. If you don't, then, that's a problem because, it's never going to happen if you don't have the right mindset.
yeah, mindset is a huge thing. you know um I mean, even doing what I do, it's so hard. It's so hard to sometimes keep stay positive. You really do have to work at that and not compare yourself to others. Because we always see other people doing this and doing that, and especially with social media, right? And it's really important to look at where you've come from and what you've done, as opposed to what you still have left to do. There's a really good book called The Gap versus the Gain, or The Gap and the Gain. Anyhow, I've been rereading that book, um, because even for me, I suffer from that sometimes too, where I think, oh geez, like there's still so much more that I want to do. But then I have to, go, okay, but you know what, I've accomplished a lot of things, and it's allowing yourself to focus on that and see where you've come from and what you've accomplished so far, that really helps you with that mindset part, at
Mhm.
least for me.
Absolutely. Well, Francine, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention, my friend?
No, I just want to say thank you so much. And I really appreciate you. And very, very happy to talk to you today. So thanks.
You are most welcome. And again, I would like to thank Francine Honey for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We really do appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Katie.